So I'm here with Kristof Van Rossem, and we're going to talk about the philosophical consultation. So I want to know, first of all, according to you, what is the philosophical consultation?
I would say it's a one-on-one dialogue in which one client comes with a thinking problem. They want to investigate something. I would also say, clients that come to me in a philosophical conversation, they don't want problems to be solved, but they want to learn to love their problems and to see it as a kind of source of investigation for their own lives and their own thinkings.
So then, the objective of the consultation, the point of it would be, you say, an investigation of a problem.
Yes, I think many people would agree. There are like two kinds of clients and two great objectives. The one is on the method level, that people want to learn these skills that you can also use in therapy, but also in group work. And the other is on the content level. People who have a problem, have an issue that they like about freedom or free will or whatever, and they want to explore on a philosophical way this concept or the content. And most of them that I encounter, most of my clients have a mix of these two. So they want to know how it goes, this method, these skills, and also know more about their issue.
Okay, so then they relate these philosophical techniques,
Yes.
the philosophical competences to their own issues,
Yes.
their own problems.
Yes. Exactly.
And you said the objective is not to solve the problem,
Yeah.
but to think about it, reflect about it, and you
Yeah.
say love it.
Yeah.
What do you mean by loving your problem?
Because, well, a problem is something, literally, a problem means something that is put outside of you. It's like a term comes from the sea or the maritime atmosphere, problema. And that's when they come with a kind of problem, like, for example, a problem is, should I stay with my husband or should I leave my husband? That means that a lot of thinking has already passed by in the past. So they have analyzed a certain experience, they have come to the conclusion that something is wrong, they validate something like this, and then they want a next step, and then they want me to help them with the next step. So instead of helping them out in the future so that their problem is solved, that they are peaceful, I go back to their analysis of this situation to see if they were right to interpret it this way. It's a better way to, I think it's interesting to learn to analyze your own way of seeing the world, your own worldview, your own interpretations of experience, so that you don't get into the same kind of things anymore. So in a way you help, but it's not directly related to the problem the person comes from. I learn them to study these problems and also to love the problems as a source of insight in yourself. You know, a life is interesting when there's a lot of problems.
Yeah. So who is this for? Is it for anyone who can have a philosophical consultation, or would you say for some people, no, they should do something else, they shouldn't have it?
I think a few people gave up working with me because they thought it's not my style. I want something more psychological, but it's also the opposite. People come from psychologues and they are tired of psychologues, and they want a new approach. And the limit would be, but I never had that. That somebody is pathological, that there is kind of pathology.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be the limit, that you cannot work with somebody who's not reasonable.
But it's not a prerequisite that you have some philosophical knowledge before.
No, you must be ready to, if necessary, to read things and to understand things, but you don't need some background.
No. So you use text as well?
Yes, it's eclectic, I think, as well. A lot of people would agree. I had a woman who had a problem that her man was cheating on her. And then I proposed her to analyze some philosophical texts on love and on cheating and on jealousy. And so that's eclectic. So in this case, she liked it a lot, this idea. So then we analyzed this text on the analytic level, what is in this text, and what can you get out of it, what is interesting for you and for your life. So in this order.
Mm. And if someone comes and they only want to learn some techniques, you would still call it a consultation, or for it to be a consultation, it needs to be about your own issues?
That's a good question. It's a good question, yes. Until now, I call it as well a consultation, but maybe I shouldn't. I don't know.
Come up with another word for it.
Yeah. Maybe as technical sessions or something.
Do you have only one session, or you have several sessions, or
Yes.
it's different?
Yeah. So mostly I offer a series of 5, and it's also a bit cheaper. So one session is like 70 euros now, and a series of 5 is 300. And most people take 2 sessions, two series of sessions of 5, because in one you cannot do much. And the first one is also for free, so that they try it out to see if there's something for me, if there's a click also for me, that I like the client, because it's also important that I want to work with him. And then when there's a click is okay, then we go on, and mostly it's with series of 5.
Yeah. And how long is a session?
1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes a bit longer, but mostly 1 hour, it's enough.
Yeah. So why do you do it? What do you get out of it?
Well, it's not for the money, actually. It's a kind of extra thing, because you cannot live from this. I like it because you can concentrate much more than with the group on what's going on in the head of one person. You can see some progress, and that's great to see that somebody's doing better, and functioning better in the mind than before.
Finally, I would like to ask you, do you remember anything that happened in a consultation, anything special, anything scandalous, whatever, that you remember of this? This was something else.
Scandalous, yes. I have to think. But the first thing that comes to mind, there was a woman, and I don't know the issue about. It was about being sure of herself. Huh? And in the first 5 minutes, it was a French consultation. She said like 5 times, j'ai l'impression que. Huh? So I said to her, why are you introducing your sentence with j'ai l'impression que? Is it because you're not sure about things, that you have an impression? It's that you don't want to judge things? And that was a really good question. She became totally red, and she didn't realize he was using this sentence a lot. So I asked her, is it on the content level something that you doubt, that you cannot really be sure about? No, that's not the point. Because she was in HR, doing a lot of evaluation of people, so she was quite sure about her judgment. And then, so I said, it's about insecurity. Yes. I shouldn't use this anymore. So then I forbid her to use it. And there were several things like this, that in her way of speaking, she got conscious of this insecurity way of putting things, and that was really annoying. And she had also problems with the husband and so on, and it was all related to the same thing, that she is not firm in the way she speaks. And it was really interesting. So in the first time she was really shocked, but then she really tried, and at the third session it was much better. That was something what was very rewarding, because you get through the difficulty and you can see somebody making better ways of talking.
And how did she react when you forbid her to use this expression?
Yeah, she was shocked. She says, "I can say things the way I want." And she was like, "It's French, So if you interrupt somebody from France, you risk your life."
Yeah.
But now she took it after a while, because she saw the meaningfulness of it. Yeah. But it was quite intrusive.
And what do you think about this, the ethical aspect? You think you should be compassionate, take care of the other person, or you think no, it's fine to be a bit, I don't know if you want to use the word violent, but pushing?
No, it's not violent, because, well, I'm not a violent person. I'm very kind. But of course, you have to be clear, I think, about who you are and what you do. And then when people come to you, they know, and they expect it as well. Like a lot of people here who are fed up with people who are too nice to them. So because they don't learn anything. So it's like my piano teacher. She was hitting my hands when I was playing piano as a boy. She was very harsh to me. But then, of course, I learned out of fear, which is not good either. But I made progress, So, and then they know when they come to me that it's going to be, I'm a kind person, but it's going to be hard on the content level. They have to work, And that's what they expect.
And they know beforehand that it's not going to be nice, it's going to be a bit challenging.
Yeah.
They know it.
Yes. The announcement of what you do, individual consultation, must be very clear about. Like, for example, I wrote on my site that I'm not going to solve any problem. That's the first thing I say. And I'm not going to be kind, I'm not going to help them. but I'm going to, train them in the way I was trained to deal with things of life.
Did it ever happen that someone just quit, left?
Yeah, there
said,
was one.
No, this is
Yeah,
not for
there
me.
was one guy. No, it happened several times. Yes, just a moment. What was it again? Oh, I remember. It's a very funny story. It's a woman, and she was a logoped, and she immediately said, "I'm not just an average logoped." So I said, "What's the difference?" So I'm doing deep sensing. Okay, so I said, "I don't understand this." I explain as well. If I hear something that I don't understand, I ask for clarification. So what's deep sensing? Yes, I work with all the senses, and there are 6 senses. This woman, normally I would say there are 5. No, but she has, of course, a 6th sense, and then she wants me to ask what's the 6th sense, but I'm not going there. So I said, yes, okay, 5 or 6 doesn't matter. But what is the deep sensing about? Well, and then she repeats, I worked with all senses, and just logoped is not just the voice, it's the whole human being. So, okay, so you repeat the same thing as you did before. But what is deep about that? And she got annoyed, you say. So, and then I went ironical. I said, is it 10 centimeter deep, 20 centimeter that you go with pigeons? And then she got angry, She said, well, you understand what I mean? So no, I said, no, I don't understand. If you say I use all senses, fine. The 6th one we leave behind. But what is deep about this? What is superficial and what is deep? Explain to me before we start, And then she left. She said, I cannot, well, you are teasing me. You're not taking me seriously. It's like, I didn't start about the word deep. I never used this word deep. I don't understand the deep dialogue. What does that mean? Are you under the ground or somewhere? I don't get it. And then she left, That was like 20 minutes. She says, no, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to work with you.
No. So do you think this was useless or useful?
Useful, yes. Imagine.
For her?
Imagine. And of course she wants me to explain the 6th sense, and then you are listening for half an hour.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I think we'll stop here.
Thank you,
So,
Matthias. Yes.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.